Good morning, students. Welcome back to science class. Today we are going to learn about habitat and the types of habitat. Habitat, it is a natural surroundings where plants and animals grow and reproduce. Plants grow everywhere on the earth. We can see plants on the hills, desert, and also in and around the water. Each and every organism need a place to live and reproduce. Such a dwelling place is called a habitat. From the depth of the ocean to the top of the highest mountain, habitats are places where plants and animals live. Let us study about the types of habitat. There are two types of habitats: aquatic habitat and the terrestrial habitat. First we will see about the aquatic habitat. When we visit a pond, we see some plants appear to float on water. One of the common plant is the lotus plant. Its leaves are float on the water. The stem of the plant is seen to be submerged, that is, inside the water. Its roots are found within the muddy floor of the pond. Aquatic habitat includes areas that are permanently covered by water, and the surrounding areas are occasionally covered by water. There are two types of aquatic habitat. First one is the freshwater habitat and the another one is the marine water habitat. Now we will see about the freshwater habitat. Rivers, lakes, ponds and pools are the freshwater habitats. Example, water hyacinth, water lily and lotus are seen in the freshwater habitat. In these plants, roots are very much reduced in size. Stems and leaves have air chambers that allow aquatic plants to float in water. Did you know the air spaces in stems and petioles of lotus are useful for floating in water because they are filled with the air space. Now let us study about marine water habitat. From outer space, Earth looks like an awesome blue marble. That's because more than 70% of Earth's surface is covered by oceans. Oceans also supports the growth of plants. Marine plants perform about 40% of all photosynthesis that occurs on the planet. That means 40% of total oxygen comes from the water sources. Example, marine algae, sea grasses and phytoplanktons. The next type of habitat is a terrestrial habitat. Terrestrial habitat are the ones that are found on land like forest, grassland and desert. It also includes the man-made habitats like farms, towns and cities. They can be as big as a continent or as small as an island. They make up about 28% of the entire world habitat. Example, evergreen forest, scrub jungle. The terrestrial habitat is classified into three types such as forest, grassland and desert. First we'll see about the forest habitat. Forest is a large area dominated by the trees. There are three types of forest. They are tropical forest, temperate forest and mountain forest. The annual rainfall ranges from 25 to 200 centimeter. Next, grassland habitat. Grassland is an area where the vegetation is dominated by the grasses. Grasses ranges from short to tall. Example, savanna grassland. The third type of terrestrial habitat is a desert habitat. A habitat without much water is called a deserts. Deserts are the driest place on earth. They get less than 25 centimeter of rainfall annually. The plants which grow in this habitat have a thick leaves and that store water and minerals. The plant like cactus store water in their stem and the leaves are reduced to spines. They have long roots that go very deep into the soil in search of water. The types of desert habitats are hot dry deserts, semi-arid deserts, coastal deserts, cold deserts. Example, cactus, agave, aloe and bryophyllum. Did you know when is World Habitat Day is observed? It is on first Monday of October every year. Next, plant adaptations and modifications. Adaptations are special features in plants which help them to survive in the habitat. They live over a long period. In this chapter, let us study some adaptations like tendrils, twiners, and thorns. These adaptations are seen in plants which live in terrestrial and desert habitats. First, we will see about the tendril climbers. Tendril is a twining climbing organ of some weak-stemmed plant. Tendril coil around the support and helps the plant to climb. Example, sweet peas. Here, leaflets are modified into tendrils. Bitter gourd. Axillary buds are modified into tendrils which help the plant to climb. Twiners. Some plants have weak stems. They cannot stand straight on their own. They must climb on any support to survive. Example, clitoria and jasmine. Next one is the thorns. Leaves of some plants become wholly or partially modified into sharp pointed structures called thorns or spines for defensive purpose. Example, agave. Here the leaf apex and margins are modified into thorns. In Opuntia, the leaves are modified into spines. In Bougainvillea, the stem has sharp thorns. Okay, children. Now let us recall what we have learnt in the types of habitats. The two types of habitats are aquatic habitat and terrestrial habitat. The aquatic habitat, that is the areas are permanently covered by water. It includes the two types, that is a freshwater habitat and a marine water habitat. Under freshwater habitat, it includes rivers, lakes, ponds and pools. The marine habitat includes ocean. Next type of habitat is a terrestrial habitats. It is classified into three types. They are forest, grassland and desert. Forest habitat. It is a large area dominated by trees. Next, grassland habitat. Grassland is an area is dominated by grasses. Third one is the desert habitat. Deserts are the driest place on the earth. Next, plant adaptations and modifications. Under the plant adaptations, we have studied tendril climbers. Example, sweet peas. In sweet peas, leaflets are modified into tendril. Another example, bitter gourd. In bitter gourd, axillary buds are modified into tendril. Next, twiners. Example, Clitoria and jasmine. These plants have a weak stem, so they climb on support. Third one is the thorns. Example, agave. Here, in agave, leaf apex and margins are modified into thorns. In opuntia, leaves are reduced into spines. Third example, bougainvillea. Here, the stems have short thorns. Okay, children, I hope you all understood and enjoyed the lesson well. Copy the question answers in the science notebook and complete the evaluation. Thank you.